So hi Flosstube, this is Tina Frazier coming to you from Columbus, Ohio. Today is Sunday, October 7th at approximately 11:30 in the morning. I'm coming to you, I've only been up awake for about, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. And I have some new stuff that I kind of wanted to go over really quick with you. I'm thinking that I'm probably going to be recording these snippets every so often and then putting them together in one big video for you, kind of like a vlog. I haven't really 100% decided that, but I think that's what I'm probably going to do. This video may go up by itself, I'm not sure, but anyway, so I have a couple of interesting things that I kind of want to go over with, or that I have ideas for my channel. One of them is to do like a tips and tools kind of section. I have an idea for one that I kind of want to do based on the stitch night that I went to this past Wednesday at my local needle workshop. A friend of mine who hadn't been, who I play board games with, I invited her to the Wednesday stitch night because another one of our mutual friends and her daughter show up. Our mutual friend, she's the one that I pick up from work, and we drive over there, and usually we meet her daughter over there for dinner and stitch night on Wednesday nights. Our other friend, Maureen, she decided that this week she kind of wanted to go because their yoga class that was normally on Wednesday is now changed. Their yoga class moved to Thursday nights. So she decided that she would join us at the local needle workshop. And while she was stitching, she actually pulled out one of her buried threads that she had already finished. And she was having issues with it. So I pulled out my doolally, showed her how to use it, and she was like pretty enamored. Well, unfortunately, those of you in the cross stitch world that have been around a while know that Mardina, I think that was the last name, Mardina, I think it's Mardina, the creator of the original doolally, passed away suddenly several years ago on their way to market. And so the doolallys basically aren't made anymore under the name doolally. There are several others out there called like star detailers, fiber hiders, thread hiders, that kind of thing. And they basically all do the same thing. So after we left the needle workshop, she sent me a couple of private messages asking me about Thread Heaven, Thread Magic, and the hider that I used. And so she did some searching online, and she kind of determined that the prices that some of these people or some of the places that have them for sale, she didn't really want to pay. So I found a couple of different options that she could use, and I actually found one at Hobby Lobby yesterday. There's one that they have too. It's $4.99 for a 2-pack. But I also found a tip that I didn't even really think about, that someone posted about using a needle and just a length of floss to do basically the same thing as the doolally. So I told her that I would kind of show her that tip. And the next time that we're together, we're getting together Wednesday to play games. I may have her bring her project over to show her. But I figured I would record a video on how to do this tip, and then just kind of talk about the different things. I was at Hobby Lobby yesterday, and I was going to pick up one of those $4.99 2-packs of their thread hider. It's in I found it in the cross stitch section. It's basically a little loop of, well, it's not a little loop, it's a long loop about this long of thin wire that's attached to like 2 purple hearts. And so there's 2 of them in a pack. There's 2 purple hearts with the loops attached to it, and it's the 2-pack for $4.99. It's I don't think it's the Yarnology Hobby Lobby brand, but yeah, they do have something that you can use. But I thought I would record a video how-to, basically, on how to do how to hide your floss, or how to hide your floss tails using a needle and a piece of thread. It's basically like doing the loop start, and you run, you get a length of floss, you fold it in half, you put the loose ends through your needle, you run your needle under a couple of the stitches that you're gonna hide your tail under, and then you leave the loop out, and you put the tail through the loop, and you just kind of pull the thread with the tail through the stitches, and it hides your stitches, or it hides your tails. So I thought I would do a little video sometime soon of that. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to come on today and show you a few things, give you just a little bit of an update. I went to Hobby Lobby yesterday, mainly to look for a thread counter. I have been kind of sort of participating in the Full Coverage Fanatics monthly by the numbers stitch along, where you pick a project at the beginning of the month, you post your picture the first of the month, and then you stitch on it throughout the month. And the goal is to, if you're doing full stitches, the goal is to do 1,200 stitches on that project in the month. If you're doing half stitches or 10 stitches, the goal is to do 2,400 stitches on your project a month. Well, I did it for the month of September, but after about 2,600 stitches or so, roughly, I kind of lost count. Well, I suddenly started to remember that, about a week ago, I was thinking in the back of my head that I know for knitting and crochet, they have those little stitch counters that, you can wear on your finger, you can keep nearby, hang around your neck or whatever. And they're plastic, you just push the button and it counts either the rows or stitches that you do. So I went to Hobby Lobby to look for them. And I also went there because it's a little more out of the way than Michael's or Joann's. I have 2 Michael's and 2 Joann's near me that are closer than the one Hobby Lobby that I like to go to. And so I tend not to go up to Hobby Lobby. I tend to go to Michael's and Joann's first. But anyway, so I made a special trip up to Hobby Lobby last night. And, they have the 2 thread counters that I was looking at originally were the little plastic ones. One of them was a little teeny round thing, and it goes up to $99. And then the other one was this big bulky rectangular red thing with a little push button, and it just advances the numbers. That also only had 2 numbers on it, up to $99. So while I was there, I happened to notice that they had this little TD digital counter. And so I have mine out of the package, and I've kind of been playing with it. But this is kind of what it looks like. You can see the display on it. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. You see the numbers going up. 12, 13, 14, 15. So it has just this little push button. It has this this little rubber thing with little nubbins that you can kind of put together, and you wear it like a watch, but it's only about the size of a finger. It has a reset button right here. This little teeny button is the reset button. But this stitch counter, unlike the plastic ones only go up to $99. Because this is digital, this goes over 100. So, and I pushed it up to like 225 while I was in the store. But the 2 colors I found was pink and teal. I got the pink one just because the teal one I just wasn't enamored with. But anyway, so this kind of fits on my thumb like this. I just put it together and it's going to fit on my thumb just like that. I haven't actually started using it yet to count my stitches, but I'm hoping that this will help me not forget, because I can just count and then mark my my thing as I go along, or I can, But what I was doing initially was I was taking a little Post-it note and a pencil and just doing the hash marks for every 5 that I was doing, and I was losing count, and it was just a mess. I had little Post-it notes flying everywhere, and if I dropped it on the floor, I didn't remember what Post-it note was for what day. It just was kind of cumbersome. So I wanted a stitch counter to try. So I figured I would get this. So I will show you the package. This is how it comes. It is a Yarnology, and it says row counter. It's a row counter, but it actually, you know, you can use it for stitches. So this is how it comes, and you can see it's $3.99. The plastic ones that they had that only go up to 99 stitches, one of them was like $8.99, and the other one was like $13.99. So for, you know, $3.99, I got this counter, and I used a 40% off coupon. But I'm not sure if it came off of this or if it came off one of the other purchases that I made yesterday, but I had a 40% off coupon. So, you know, $3.99 for a little, you know, digital stitch counter. If they would have had a different color other than pink and teal, I probably would have got the other color. I didn't care for the teal. I'm not super big on hot pink, but nonetheless. And I'm sorry about the lighting this morning. I don't have the overhead room light on. It is 11:30 in the morning, and we have blackout curtains on our front picture window. But you know, I have my overhead light, which is kind of giving a little bit of a glare, but not really. Anyway, so that's why it looks a little dark this morning. One of the other things I did pick up, they had. So let me stop right here for a minute and give you a little segue. So yesterday here in Columbus, a lot of you know that I really like Hello Kitty, and so yesterday in Columbus, the Hello Kitty cafe truck was in town. They were parked at the Easton Town Square here in Columbus, which is kind of over near where I work, and it's pumpkin spice latte mix from Starbucks, by the way. The Hello Kitty cafe truck was visiting Columbus, Ohio. It's traveling all over, and it was here in Columbus yesterday. So my husband and I got up early. We went over there. They were supposed to be there from about 10 to 8 yesterday. So we got over there a little before 10 o'clock, and we walked away about 11:20 or so. We were there about an hour and a half, give or take. We walked away with lots of stuff. I got some really cute stuff to show you here in a little bit. But anyway, so while I was at Hobby Lobby, I was at the checkout counter, and you know they have those little islands with all kinds of stuff. And I noticed they had a 4-pack of Hello Kitty buttons. And I've been, you know, making my own needle minders using E6000 and some earth magnets, really heavy duty earth magnets. So here's the little strip that they came on. This is what they kind of look like. You know, it's like how every other like little Hello Kitty thing looks like. It was $4.99 for the pack of buttons. So I have the magnets drying on them. So here's the first little button. It's Hello Kitty and a strawberry, with a strawberry. There's Hello Kitty and a rainbow. There is Hello Kitty's face. I'm not sure what kind of flowers those are, but those are cute. And then there is Hello Kitty with a rainbow heart. I just thought these were just really, 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 really cute. And I think now the magnet, the glue is dry on these, so I can actually put them away on my needle minder board. But so yeah, I got this little 4-pack of you know, needle minders. You know, this little 4-pack of needle minders at Hobby Lobby. I clipped the there are actually buttons with the wire little catch on them. But I decided to clip them off. I have a tool that lets me clip metal things. So, yep. So I have my needle minders ready to go. All right. So we have that. On one of my last videos, I was talking about you know, my preference for using even linen and even weave versus Ada. And you know, Hobby Lobby has a couple of different kinds of cross stitch fabric, and they also have punch needle cross stitch fabric, where they don't list the thread count. I have a bit of that. I don't have it handy to grab, but so while I was there last night, I had a piece of even weave fabric that I had originally gridded using a water soluble pen. And if you remember, I had put that in with my 12 Days of Stitchmas pattern because I was going to use that, but I wasn't entirely sure that the staining from the pen was going to come out. I'm going to actually show that to you just a minute. So here is the piece of fabric. This is my needle minder for the 12 Days of Stitchmas. It's just the partridge in a pear tree. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not, but you can kind of see some, yeah, you actually can kind of see some of the gridding in the fabric here. This was blue, but the gridding has kind of stained into the fabric, and I'm not sure it's going to wash out. So if I use this, I'm gonna have to try washing it just to see if it'll wash out. But I was gonna try and use this for the 12 Days of Stitchmas, but I wasn't sure that the gridding would come out. So I just bought a different piece of the 28 count even weave, the Artiste brand. I think this is a Hobby Lobby brand. The Artiste brand, a 28 count even weave. The piece is 15 by 18, which is roughly the piece that I had, and it'll fit the 12 Days of Stitchmas pattern. So I bought another piece of even weave, and I just have to serge the edges. You know, I serge the edges using my basic sewing machine, zigzag stitch and straight stitch. So you can see this one is already serged, but so I got another piece of fabric for my 12 Days of Stitchmas. Once the 100 Days of Heaven and Earth Designs challenge is over, which is over in about 3 days, I am going to just have fun stitching on a bunch of other things. I think that piece for the 100 Days of Heaven and Earth Designs is going away. After going away for quite a while after. I'm kind of sick of looking at it. But anyway, so the other thing I picked up, you know, I had talked about in the video that I was kind of rethinking my thought process of only stitching on linen and even weave, and kind of picking up stitching on Ada again, because you know I prefer linen or even weave. I like the look it gives better, but you know, like I have a bunch of small projects and ornaments and stuff that I kind of want to stitch. And while I was in line there it is. So while I was in line for the Hello Kitty Cafe truck yesterday, I had this set that you saw before for the Cross Stitch Creations Hello Kitty 12 super cute patterns. This came as a kit. It came with Ada and DMC floss and stuff. So I decided yesterday that while I was in line, I kind of took this with me, and I decided that I was going to start stitching my Melody. She's really cute. This is not the pattern. This is just a picture of the pattern from the book. But this is what I got done pretty much yesterday while I was waiting in line. You can see her ear, her bent over ear, and then this is the straight up ear. But this is what I got done kind of waiting in line. I was working on this in hand, and you can see my Hello Kitty needle minder. Move that over there. But I was stitching this in hand while I was waiting in line, and it, you know, for being Ada, it's, you know, pretty stiff. This is the Ada that came with the project, but so I got this done kind of while I was waiting in line for the cafe truck. So yeah, This is my first piece on Ada in quite a long time, and you know, I think there's some merit for stitching on Ada. You know, it is in hand. It's a little stiffer, but you know, it's easy to see. I didn't have to wear glasses stitching on this. But anyway, so this is a start that I had yesterday while I was waiting in line for the Hello Kitty Cafe truck. And I will actually post pictures of that here too. So there's kind of a new start for you. But anyway, so while I was at Hobby Lobby yesterday too, knowing that I kind of want to reprise stitching on Ada, I also picked up this thing, a 22 count hardanger. I know this is MCG Textiles, which, you know, their stuff isn't exactly the best quality, but this is the smallest piece of hardanger that I kind of wanted to try, and it was only like $3.50. This is a 12 by 18 piece, 22 count hardanger. Yeah, I'm going to be stitching something on this over one, so it's basically going to be 22 count. So I kind of like the look of the hardanger over the Ada that they had, but the fact that this is MCG Textiles, and I know that MCG is kind of out of business, or at least that's what I've heard. Yeah, I don't know what the quality is going to be on this, but anyway, I figured I'd give it a shot for something. I have some ornaments or something that I kind of wanted to do this Christmas, so, you know, this will give me a chance to put some on Ada and kind of do that. I don't have too much other stitching progress. So speaking of Wednesday night at my local needle workshop, as you know, on one of my last videos, I actually basted 40 count gauze to a piece of muslin fabric, and this is for the Scary Berry linen berry, silkberry, linen silkberry pattern. This was a kit. It came with the silk gauze and the pattern, and it's charted in mostly Weeks Dye Works and DMC 310. So while I was at my local cross stitch store, I picked up the Weeks Dye Works things that I was missing, and also I started the Weeks Dye Works. I started the kit. So here is my start. Put that away. So here is my start. Sorry about the glare. Here, well, let me do this. Sorry, you guys. There we go. So here's my start on the Silkberry. And so if you look at the pattern, you see the house. This is the window closest to the moon, and the window next to it in the second story of the house. That's what I got done. There's quite a lot of stitches, and I did have to wear my glasses, and I did have to use a magnifier for this, but yeah, it actually went pretty quick. It's been a hot minute since I've worked on silk gauze. And actually, I may actually work on more silk gauze pieces, because this is actually going better than I thought it would. But anyway, you can see I have it in the hoop. I switched out my needle minder. I just remembered that I had this little kind of Halloween eyeball needle minder, so I just put that on here. But yeah, so I made a start on this week for Halloween, October. This is part of Dark October stitching that I'm working on. This is one of the pieces. So anyway, there's my start on the Erica Michaels Silkberry. And as you know, I'm not stitching this in the shape of the fan like the pattern suggests you do. I am actually going to flatten it and just make it a rectangular piece so I can like frame it or do something with it. Oh, anyway, that's where I am at. So that was a new start for me this week. Alright. Don't mind me, I'm going to put this away. Okay. Alright. So, other than the little Hello Kitty, because I was standing in line for the Hello Kitty cafe yesterday, and the Linenberry start, I don't have any new starts. I haven't picked out anything else to do. I did work on my diamond painting yesterday, the Princess Mononoke one with the wolf in the background, and she's standing there holding her magical item. I was hoping to get that done before October because I wanted to participate. I'm still going to participate in the Diamond Art Club Diamond Paint Along that's going on in the Diamond Painting Underground group. I have 2 pieces picked for that so far, but I kind of wanted to get this one done before I start one, because I don't want to get into the habit with diamond painting that I have with cross stitch, where I have like a bunch of whips on going, and so I'm hoping to get that finished. I got I'm probably maybe just over a third finished of it, and I'd like to get that finished before I start the new one. The next one I'm probably going to start is the 4 Seasons tree, because it's it's something, it'll probably go quicker because it's smaller, and I can put it up. Oh, I display it all year. But anyway, so that's about it for now. Considering this video is almost 25 minutes, I may actually just post this video today and not do like a vlog setup. I haven't really decided yet. One of the other things I wanted to add, there is this, I was watching, I think it was Kyle's video, Stitching in Sound, Kyle Reckemeyer. I was watching one of his videos a couple days ago at work, and he had mentioned that there was a new Flosstuber that he was watching called Stitch by Stitch Recovery, I believe is her name. Yes, it's she goes by Stitch Recovery on Flosstube, and she just started publishing Flosstube videos in September. She is a stitcher in, I believe, the UK. She's overseas somewhere, and she had been diagnosed with leukemia, and so she is going through chemo, and she's hoping to get a bone marrow transplant sometime soon. And so she's just preparing for that. She may have already had her bone marrow transplant, but I don't think so. But so I've been kind of listening to her and watching her, and it has kind of struck home with me, because when I was growing up, I had a cousin by marriage. Her name was Cindy. We were pretty much the same age. I think I was like 2 or 3 months older than her. And when we were both 15, right around Christmas break, she had got sick. And her mom was a nurse. And when she got sick around Christmas break, kind of November, December kind of area, her and her mom, they kind of had the relationship wasn't exactly, a typical mom-daughter relationship. Let's just say that it just wasn't a typical relationship. And the mom, kind of being a nurse, she saw the symptoms that her daughter was having, and she kind of took a step back, and she took her daughter to the hospital and had her tested, and the test came back and confirmed the mom's suspicions. The test came back that she was positive for leukemia. I don't know exactly what kind of leukemia, because when you're 15, you don't care. You just, it's leukemia, So it was pretty advanced by then, by the time that she was diagnosed with it, and her mom was like beside herself. So it really changed their relationship. They became really close, which is really kind of sad that something like that had to happen to make their relationship change. But anyway, so my cousin, you know, she went through a couple of months of chemo and radiation. Her hair fell out, you know. She was always really pretty, really skinny. She was a cheerleader. She was really popular. She was the, you know, kind of the popular type. And, you know, her hair fell out. She gained weight. You know, she kind of puffed up a little bit. And she changed over the course of the next few months. And then, I think it was over the next summer, when we were 16, we both just turned 16, she had her bone marrow transplant, and everything was going good. You know, everything was really going good. I went to visit her in the hospital a few times over the course of the summer, and we hung out and talked, and because we always did a lot of things together growing up. There's pictures of us, you know, family pictures of us just hanging out and doing things together, and the bone marrow transplant didn't take. You know, it looked fine initially, and then her body started rejecting it, and it just, she didn't want to go through another bone marrow transplant because it was just really tough on her. Even being 16, she was just like, no. So she ended up passing away that year. So she spent less than a year being diagnosed with leukemia, and it's not very often I think of her, but I do kind of miss her, you know. There isn't a lot, you know. I remember her face. I kind of remember what she sounded like, because, oh my God, that was over 30 years ago. It's 31 years ago, actually. And just watching Stitch by Stitch Recovery, watching her first video, you know, that kind of brought back a lot of it. So if you get a chance, watch Stitch by Stitch Recovery. I really hope everything goes well for her, and I hope that her prognosis and her bone marrow transplant work for her. I just know that, you know, leukemia isn't exactly the happiest thing to go through. You know, it's cancer, and I just hope that, you know, everything goes well for her, and I'm really gonna enjoy her stitches. And she kind of has made me think that, you know, who cares how many pieces you start them all. You know, my friends give me flack for having like 20 or 30 whips, you know, works in progress. But who cares? If it makes you happy, start it. Sorry. Because you never know how long you have on this earth. I wasn't expecting to cry. Sorry. But anyway, so you never know how long you have on this earth. So just do what makes you happy. You know, that's the only thing that you can do. Do what makes you happy. You know, I kind of wish I had more time to stitch. I wish I didn't have to work. But I kind of also like, you know, the lifestyle that my husband and I have. And we wouldn't have this lifestyle if it weren't for the fact that I had to go to work. And then I work. And then I make money. I just wish I didn't have to work so much, and, you know, I wish, you know, things were cheaper, and I don't know. Watching something like this, you know, where somebody doesn't have the time that I think I have on this earth, really puts a lot of things into perspective. Oh, I'm just gonna ditch this. So hi, Flosstube. Sorry about that. I just needed to take a little bit of a break to compose myself. But anyway, I was kind of going on, you know. My friends always give me flack for wanting to start new projects. It's like, no, you have too many already. You need to finish everything that you start, or everything that you have on, that you've started already before you start something new. But I'm like, you know what? Life is too short not to do that. If it's going to make you happy, just do it anyway. You might not finish it, but who cares? Yeah, so anyway, don't really have much else to tell you, other than, I need to post another diamond painting video. It's probably going to be a diamond paint along, video, because I haven't done anything diamond painting related in a little while, and I'll show you my progress. That way I can show you my progress on the Princess Mononoke one. But other than that, there's really not much going on. I have signed up for the October by the Number Sal, which is one of the reasons why I got my thread counter, my stitch counter. I don't know if I'll continue in it this month or not, because in a couple of days I'm going to be stopping working on my Heaven and Earth design, Hunter's Moon by Allison Spokes. Speaking of which, I actually didn't show you my progress yet. So I'm getting ready to stitch on it this morning. But, so this is my progress so far on it. You can see I'm extending the tree. This is the next page right here, this whole area. So I'm extending the tree out and kind of filling that in. Most of this other area here is all like this color in the background. So I've got a potential of hitting my 2400 stitches for October, because I'm doing this tent stitch. But yeah, you can see that I'm filling in the tree here, and the tree comes all the way over here. And then the last page is, you can see where the gridding is. This last page is only like basically like a half page of pattern, and there's a column, like a cement column, that starts right here somewhere. So I'm hoping to kind of go across, take the tree across to the column and work on the column and get some of the column filled in. But yeah, I'm not really sure how much farther I'll get on this before I put it away. It's coming off the Q snaps, because it's been on the Q snaps for like 100 days almost. So I'll be taking it off the Q snaps and putting it away for a little bit, because I'm actually kind of sick of looking at this. But anyway, so that's where I'm at. I have to do some stitches on this today, so I can post where it's at. I also need to add the Hello Kitty Cafe pictures here. My husband and I had a pretty good time yesterday morning, considering that there was quite a line. It only took us about an hour and a half to get through the line, which is pretty good. I got some really good swag. I got 2 t-shirts, a big keychain, and some, a coffee mug, a really cute coffee mug. We got 2 bow-shaped water bottles, and just some other stuff. Like, my husband got a metal lunch box that had popcorn in it, and, just some stuff like that. So, yep, anyway, that is what I have for you, and that's it for today. So this video is ending up being roughly, 40 minutes. So, actually, it's roughly 40 minutes. So I will just leave it here. I'm actually going to just merge these two together and post them for you. And we'll kind of go from there. And I hope you guys have a good stitchy week. I don't know when the tutorial video will be up. I may just merge that in with part of this video, or part of my normal cross stitch videos, but I don't know exactly yet. I've got to get showered and we can go to lunch. I think today's just going to be kind of a, little things here and there, and just kind of a lazy Sunday. So anyway, take care. Keep stitching all the things. Keep starting all the things, because you only live once, and you don't know when your time on earth is done. So do what makes you happy, most of all. And we will talk to you soon. Take care and keep on keeping on, and look forward to hearing your comments, and be sure to leave your comments below. If you like the video, just click the thumbs up. If you dislike the video, click the thumbs down. Tell me your thoughts. If you have any questions, just let me know. I will do my best to answer them for you. I am looking to do a Q&A. And the other thing I want to say too is thank you so much for the new subscribers. I've had quite a few new subscribers recently. I haven't checked how many subscribers I have, so I don't know where I'm at. So yeah, anyway,
I just wanted to say thanks for watching. I hope you find something that you could use, and I hope you enjoy the information that I bring you. Take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye.